Hi everyone, this is Jess and John. We're back again today to share our experience going to the Tsukiji outer market. We'll talk about the food, the prices, and the places we saw during our recent trip. Stick to the end to hear our favorite sound from the market. Let's get started.
So this is the entrance to Tsukiji outer market.
Now this is one of many entrances because it's filled with alleyways and different entrances as you can see over here.
It's quite narrow, so gotta watch your step. But sometimes you're gonna encounter stalls where they have really nice graffiti.
Yeah, and then this is actually starting the food journey part now. So we started off with a Japanese melon, which was perfect because it was hot and we wanted something cold, juicy, and it was quite affordable for $5. So a lot of people were actually getting this.
And the main part is it was super sweet.
Yeah, like so good. Japanese melons. After trying this, we actually got it again one more time.
Another thing that was really good was the tuna samplers, which is essentially just like sashimi of tuna, but of different cuts with fresh wasabi.
It was nice because every bowl there you can choose was $5, so you can try a whole variety of seafood at a pretty affordable price.
And then this is like when we're actually giving it a try. It's a pretty unflattering angle of us, but one thing about trying food over there is it's actually so jam-packed where you have the smallest table, and if you take one step behind you, you're actually going to bump into 3 people. So you really gotta save space.
Yeah, that's the thing with Japanese etiquette as well too. You're not supposed to eat and walk at the same time. So it's good that these stalls have places where you can actually stand and try food.
And then over here we're just discussing about how it tastes and stuff like that. And I think one of the cool things is you can actually taste the difference between the different cuts of tuna, because one is very fatty and one is more lean. And then with the fresh wasabi, it really changes the flavor profile.
Yeah, it's very different because fresh wasabi is not too spicy. It's actually a good enhancer of flavor.
That's very true. Even if you look at the footage and we're really trying to understand the different tuna cuts, and it's what's the difference? Oh yeah, this is better mouthfeel, especially when you see it that bite. Oh my god. The wasabi just enhances it so much and it becomes so good.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be so different for the same tuna, but actually it was really nice to try the sampler because you can taste it.
And this curry pan sample, get it. It's so good.
And this is us trying the yakitori part over here. So these skewers ranges around $2 to $3 approximately.
And one of the things I didn't expect, it's so hot out there, and yet I was still craving barbecue skewers in a way. And then there's this stall in particular that had these different varieties.
Yeah, so we got 2 different ones to try, and it was quite delicious.
But then one interesting thing is it actually came from a microwave. So they have a bunch of skewers out in the open. You select which ones you want, and then they microwave it for you, and you're like, oh, can it be that good? But then once you actually take a bite, it's really amazing.
Yeah, this is our first skewers that we tried in Japan, so it was a nice introduction. But then actually, I think we ended up getting better ones in the future.
And then when you're out and about, you can also see people smoking and grilling fish on the spot.
Yeah, so we were attracted to the stall because we can smell the charcoal smoke. And this is actually where we decided to get our unagi skewers.
And then the person has a torch and they're burning it on the spot.
Yeah, it's freshly made because you can choose what seafood you want and they'll torch it for you.
Yeah, they have a wide variety of seafood selection. And for us, Japan has the best unagi, right? So we have to try a skewer here. It must be good.
Yeah, so look, you get the first bite. It looks so good. But the thing about Japanese unagi is that you can actually taste the texture of the unagi.
Yeah. The ones at home, they were always in a frozen package, but these ones are essentially completely fresh. So this is a really great introduction and it's very affordable too. It was so good, it actually ruined our experiences later on with expensive unagi, because these are so cheap, so filling, so satisfying. It's really hard to beat.
And this is us looking at this dessert place that we saw actually at the entrance when we were starting to head into Tsukijimarket.
This yuzu strawberry daifuku is so cool. Look at the shape. It looks so nice.
Yeah, it's so cute. We've been looking forward to trying daifuku since before we came to Japan.
It's such a cute combination of a pink paper with the yuzu daifuku and the nice sweet strawberry on top.
Yeah, this is us showing you the yuzu paste that's inside. You can choose the type of paste you want. There's a big variety, but we decided on this one.
Look at that. Picture perfect. And this is me trying it for the very first time. And I don't remember like what I was thinking at the time, but I'm pretty sure it goes along the lines of, oh my god, this is so citrusy. This is so fresh. Why is it so good in such a hot environment with a lot of wind? But the tanginess from the strawberry, the sweetness from yuzu, so good.
And this is us trying the strawberry smoothie. This is actually one of the best things that we had
Mhm.
because it was perfectly sour, but not too sour.
Look at that, it's so cute.
Yeah,
It's
Japanese
hard
packaging, so cute.
And this is you giving it a try for the first time. As
Yeah,
the boyfriend, I'll always give you the first drink.
it's so good. It's perfect for the hot summer day, and it's so refreshing enough that you want to come in for another sip as well too.
It was so hot, like I have a neck fan, and yet trying this like very tart strawberry smoothie with a lot of whipped cream on top. This is me trying it. I'm like, oh yeah, what a great combination when I'm like sweating.
Speaking of hot, we also tried this chilled pickled Japanese cucumber. We saw it in a lot of stalls, but we finally decided to try this one here because it was around like $3 for one.
When I was trying it, I'm like, oh, there's ice on top. It must be cold, right? But you look at the footage and it's like, the ice is already melting. And I'm like, wait, okay, ignoring the fact that the ice is melting, a pickled cucumber in the summer, can it even be good? And surprisingly, it was like soft and yet crunchy and yet so flavorful in terms of like the sourness. It's such a good combination for the summer.
Yeah, it's unexpected because it's not like the American pickles. It's not too pickled and not too salty. So it's like a perfect, refreshing, like crunchy texture.
It's like if pickled was cleansing. That's what it was.
And moving on to our next stall here. This is actually one that we chose because we could sit inside and have AC.
There's like so many different selections that you can see, and we're like, oh, like which one should we pick?
Yeah, so look at all the selection here. We actually had a difficult time choosing because there's so much there, but we had to make a last minute decision and we got this as the first one.
The grilled scallop and sea urchin. So this one, the idea was like, okay, this is pretty unique. Pretty creamy uni or like sea urchin on top of like a scallop, and it's like a pretty big shell. So it's like, oh, how would it taste? And it tasted amazing, as you can see from my expression, because uni was like very creamy, very sweet, and the scallop is just so savory and very juicy as well. And everything is also like torched and roasted so well. So it's almost like a seafood barbecue in a way. And having like this very big bite, you'll soon see that I'll be like, oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe like not as big of an expression as I thought, but it was pretty good in my mind.
I'm actually watching this during a little bit because it looks so good.
If you can taste it through the screen, it will be good.
And this is a big oyster that we also got roasted. There's different sizes, but we chose this nice big size here to try the actual oyster taste.
Like, look at that steam. It was like fresh off the grill or however they cooked it. One thing about oysters for us is whenever it's cooked, it shrinks a lot. But this is still like a very big size. It's like plump and juicy, and it has that strong barbecue flavor. When I took that first bite, it was still like hot, and the texture in the mouth was amazing, and the flavor was bursting with oyster seafood. Oh man, it was magical.
Yeah, it's perfect because sometimes oysters can be very too seafoody.
And then after having like all those types of food, now we're digesting and exploring the market.
Yeah, so the market is quite big and it's quite a big touristy spot. So there's quite a lot of people, as you can see over here.
Yeah, good luck walking straight because you're gonna bump into everyone.
But if you expect that, then that's totally fine. You can see there's a lot of alleys and lanes because there's a lot of stalls to check out.
Yeah, like fresh fruits and like Japan and their sweet fruit, so it's always good.
There's also meat stores where you can get wagyu.
And then of course, seafood stores. So if you're really like into seafood, just walk around because every single stall is pretty much selling seafood and a lot of selection out in the open. You literally have whatever you like, take your pick, and then you can just get it on the spot.
Yeah, there's a lot of stalls that actually sell the same thing. So it's good to walk around and see what options you like and what price you're okay paying it at.
Yeah, there's like so many different types of like sushi out and about, even like here. And really, there's a lot of like crustaceans, shellfish, like everything is just available like everywhere.
Yeah, there's like so many different stalls. We walked around and we couldn't even pick off all of them because there's so much to choose from.
They're kind of like restaurants as well, and some of them have like really cool things, like that giant shrimp out in the open.
Or like this person wearing this outfit just to kind of increase the traction of people trying to basically get the tourists to come to their place. Or they have like statues like this to try to make people interested and check out their place as well too.
Yeah, it's like come in, come in. And then there's like normal stalls like these where like people just go there.
Yeah, and this is the popular tamago yaki stall that's all over social media. It's definitely had its price increase over the years, but during the time that we went, it was around like $2 for a stick, which is still pretty affordable. But it's just that the lineup is still very, very long.
Yeah, the lineup was like so long that we even like sat on the side for like 10 minutes just to see the line not really move.
Yeah, but it might still be good if you were lining up.
But there's some other cool stuff like the knife store. So these knife stores, I'm pretty sure they're for tourists because as a person who likes to cook a lot, I want a knife that just works. I don't need a lot of like texture. There's Damascus steel, but these are just kind of like stamps, so it's like really rough. So you can't really clean it properly. But I'm pretty sure all these are like really sharp, very nice, but also very expensive for what it's worth. There's also like specialized whetstones where they're probably going to say like, oh yeah, you need this like special grade and stuff. Whatever.
It's up to you. And there's also snacks and other dried fruits that you can bring back as souvenir as well. A lot of these stalls are tax-free if you spend a certain amount of money, usually like around $50 or more.
And this one here is a seaweed store, I believe. And they have like a wide variety of selections. So if you're looking for like a souvenir for someone who likes seaweed, you have a lot of selections to choose from.
There's also tea stores, which are our classic souvenir as well too. They're always packaged really beautifully because they're meant to be given away as gifts or something that you can also keep for yourself and just look back on to your trip.
Japanese packaging is just so cool. Even some of these like boxes is like, whoa, if you have a specific preference or anything, it's all there.
Yeah, and then this person was actually making cold brew matcha as this like a souvenir sample type of thing.
Especially when it's really hot out. I think this is like the closest thing to something cold that you can actually have. And to see them make it on the spot is cool.
Yeah, there's also coffee stores too if you want something a little bit more Western. As well as other cafes where you can try unique things like this ghost dorayaki that we saw. It was limited edition because we were there during Halloween.
But one of the cool things is like the amount of pottery stores. There's so many different like variety of selections, different shapes, different sizes, different patterns. All of them are pretty affordable. Like it can range from like $5, $10 USD depending on the size, but all of them high quality.
Yeah, and there's also the regular souvenirs that you can get as well too, like these really intricate magnets, as well as also more pottery as well too that you'll see here. A lot of different stalls selling a little bit of the same things, but also a little bit unique as well too.
But there are also other things like gashapons, things where they're like capsule toys, and some of them here are not found elsewhere.
And yeah, and this is a reminder, ice melting to make sure you stay hydrated as well too.
And here is the information center, where if you need to take a break, this is probably the go-to spot.
Yeah, they have staff members that can speak English, so if you need questions, you can also ask them as well too.
One thing to note though is that this area doesn't actually have AC, so the vending machines is probably going to be one of the few cold things that can help you not like overheat.
Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We hope to see you all again. And as promised, here's our favorite sound from the market. Enjoy!